right, you're welcome back to the Good Morning Naija show. And this one at the balanced diet of teletainment on top your television screen. Now we're all ready for our top story. But get ready to pick up your phone and call us, because I know, say, we go like to hear from you on this particular story because it affects everybody. Even if you know they're physically involved, you go know one or two people where the thing be affect personally. So we're discussing the flood will happen for inside the weekend. The title where we title them, they say the rich also cry. Who says? So says the flood. Because a lot of people consider the island highbrow place where the rich people live. But even rich people, they experience badness. However, the talk said this weekend, one of the biggest things, of course, everybody knows, saying the flood. And it did everywhere on social media. Even international cable networks carry them. People like CNN, BBC, with their news as usual, but not always for the right reasons. And this time around, who we go blame? We are not going to blame government or the people. We can only blame Mother Nature, because now rain now can put us in the bad light now. And the talk say we not go feel totally blame Mother Nature, because we too get one or two things where we go talk to blame on ourselves. Because even though rain go fall, we know say nothing where you go feel old. Weather, you go there as it day.
It's nature.
But it's nature. You not feel controller. When it go up, it must come down. But we get some other areas where we go need to blame ourselves. Like issue of enough drainages. That one we feel put at the domot of government. Say we no get enough drainages. Aha, that one dey there. Because if better drainage system dey, it go dey very easy for the water. As they come, it go get where they go. And another thing where me I go even add, now the style of our roads and our drainage. For places that where they know say it dey very easy to flood, they have to build the road the way, the place in a way that it go be like saying a hill, so that it go dispel water, it go dey slanted. If everything is going down, it dey very easy. What did they happen to VGC? Now the fact that they built the road and VGC don't come there in valley.
Like the,
VGC don't come there in valley. It's either they are going to make the road level, or I don't know what they are going to do. They cannot elevate VGC as a whole estate. But I know, say, by the time when they carry sabi people, maybe they go get some thinking way where they go to know what to do to such places. And another thing will contribute to this flooding, now blockage of drainages with dirt.
Caused by
human being.
All of us. Yeah.
So we are putting it at everybody. Don't get there. Nature, blame. Government, we blame. People, we are blaming us. I know some very terrible areas where people go there, as rain they fall, they go to pour dirty on the road. Thinking that the rain go carry the dirty go. How can you imagine that? Don't you know that when you pour that, it's going somewhere to stay? If you pour plastic in a drainage, is it going to disappear or evaporate or melt? It could go block one or two places. I remember when I was young, in all our streets then, I remember my father did it in front of our house. They put like wire mesh for front of everybody house, your gutter. So if anything where they go, dirt go catch them.
Yeah, it go come out the dirt.
So for environmental sanitation, they will go come out all the dirt where that mesh don't catch. Imagine if we make it compulsory for every drainage.
Yeah.
So that means even if you pour something, it go flood your house.
True.
Because you know go fit pass where it dey. This one are some of the things them where they happen. And on a lighter note, I know say a lot of people say that you feel don't lose your address for inside the rain, because everything that was up was down. At least we have a colleague of ours whose house was totally submerged in water.
All our documents, everything.
The only thing she picked pack na her personal document. Like
even the documents were soaked as well. So the next day, yes. It was, because she do video, put on front of social media. We see
all her house, her furniture was floating in water.
Everything.
And you're wondering now, which way are we going to do? A lot of people pay so much money to live in these kinds of area, like Lekki, Aja, all these places. But yet, the rich is also crying. Another thing me I don't understand, though I'm not a scientist, is the unfailing of our oceans. I don't know the implication of it on the environment.
Lolo, that's not why they get.
We're edging out the water. Edging out the water.
They get what they call EIA. They call them environmental impact assessments. This is not something where they supposed to before any urbanization they share for anywhere. Now, if you look for inside Lagos now, if they do the EIA, you understand. Say when an island is below sea level, you go need to do it in Sanfilam, arrange them in such a way where even the roads, even the house is going to be built this way. Instead of on the same level. Now, waiting environmental impact assessment, they help us. We're going to need to open the phone lines now for you where they're out there. What do you think so if we don't top this flooding? Because this is just the beginning. Next year, go there worse than this year. We don't get something like this similar like 6 years ago. Something like that. So just call us, tell us what you think on top. With control numbers now 012772195. Type in at 012777195 or 012778195. Our toll-free number there for you to call us. That now 0800 Wazobia TV. Now, if you look the climate don't they change? A lot of things that happen. Then they announce some at the beginning of the year say the flood this year is not going to be the way it was last year. Now, a lot of if you compare the island today and island 6-7 years back ago, the population no they like this, and a lot of people are moving into that area. They are moving into that area. If you compare the Bar Beach in Coats, where we began that time, which has now turned to the Atlantic. Then even when flood be there, you know that
and now they're even Sanfili. Do you know they are Sanfili from Oworo?
All the way.
My own be say 6 years ago when rain fall for like more than 7 days. I know say the people actually suffer and people on the mainland. Yeah. I know some people for really actually suffer a lot. But yes, it be there for Lekki area, but not as much as it did today.
So what would you say is the problem? Now more houses have been built.
See, let me tell you, Lekki Road has been concessioned, right? Yes. And then are you trying to say that they build that road, they pay money for toll gate all the time, and at the end of the day, there was no drainage system? See, I actually go through that Lekki Road that day. And I was like, is this really Bar Beach? Because it not be like road. Yeah. So what's the essence of breaking roundabouts? When there is no
those are the things when I tell you people. I always say that, why do we elect people in government? It's because we believe that these people, they have been able to see. They have studied. They know more. That's why we put them there. Because I expect a lot of people to sit down on a round table. Environmentalists, engineering experts, architecture experts, to plan the city. Do we do because a lot of things are new. Imagine 6 years ago, many things are just newly built now. We get phone call. Good morning.
All the way from Kano. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
All right, you need to call us back.
Sorry about that. A lot of houses have just been newly built. But if there is a master plan, that they know that, oh, this is where this... Now, if they want, you now see, fire brigade method go now start. Because of what's happened. They go start to build emergency drainages. Maybe scientists, all of them need to sit down. What depth of drainage do we need to build?
Overnight. We don't first experience this thing before and still will not learn from it. There was a forecast at the beginning of the year, looking at weather forecast, saying that 7 days
putting things in place.
You know what's with the happen for Nigeria? We just let things happen. First,
and you know what? We will only talk about that now where they affect us. After this season don't finish, we go die.
Do you know another thing? Do you know another thing?
Next year again, we will come back to the.
Do you know what I thought about over the weekend? Do you know that the impact of this thing is not even seen completely? Do you know a lot of houses' foundation will be eroded?
Of course, now
will be weakened by the water.
Yes,
and be weakened. My friend in Lekki in Ikate, she had to pack her things out of her house because her house was submerged in water.
SMB is back on the line. Good morning,
SMB. Good morning, SMB.
Yeah, Oga Madam, good morning.
Good morning,
SMB.
Welcome to the show.
Honestly speaking, I sympathize with Lagos people, but generally this is a general problem, not only Lagos.
Yes,
and, the issue of this flooding, who are to be blamed? Is it the government or the people? Or the agencies that have the responsibility, that is the environmental agencies. Believe in me, all of the above are to be blamed. Because I could remember before now, there is an announcement from the experts that almost about 22 or 26 states will be affected by this flooding. The question now is, what action did the government or the ministries, involved in charge of this environmental issue did before then? That's the question. You see, sometimes we do take things for granted. It was when things come into an issue that we start talking. That's my problem with us. Oga Malolo, we need to graduate from this kind of a thing. For how long? Almost 60 years of freedom, almost 20 years of democracy. We need to graduate from this drainage issue, water issue, all this and that. The world is dynamic, and we are still coming backwards. What is wrong with our government? Is it the leadership tendency we lack? That we keep on going from this problem to another problem? Of course, we know it's a natural problem, but we have man error there. There is a human error. So the issue is we need to address this, our human error. So blockage of our drainage has to be stopped. Because it has become to our mentality that people use to waste they put their waste into drainages. What is wrong with that? What is the problem? Is the environmental agencies have to do a lot, honestly.
Thank you very much, SMB.
Thank you very much,
we'll get another
SMB.
call on the line all the way from Abuja. I think it's Debbie. Hello, good morning, Debbie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I've been waiting for some seconds, and I guess it's not right.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much for waiting.
Yeah, at least every time I call, you guys will put me on hold. And my
So sorry
call
about
will
that.
drop.
It's because of
Thank
the
you.
plenty people waiting.
Good morning to you all.
Morning.
I'm sorry, I live in Abuja anyway, but I am so sympathetic with those people that are affected by the flood, and it's a human mistake. And also, our government are not really doing the right thing for us, because now they will come and say now they are going to put drainage here in Lekki, because me, I was once living in Lagos. So all those areas I know are Jar, Lekki, there is no drainage. Do you understand? So I
Hello, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie.
spend more time, because you people know how to dissect every of your discussion. If you have more time, it will be very nice. Bye-bye. Have a blessed
Thank you very much, Debbie. She wants the show to be longer. All right, we still they talk about the flood situation will be happen over the weekend. And another thing we need to talk about is the planning of our cities.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
there are
wetin
many
Uche
things.
talk.
Yes, there are many things that we don't even look at. Our cities need to be planned. If you know they planned, how we take now?
And we have
how
an
do we
urban planning department.
Oh,
We
yes.
do.
How do we
Fantastically.
channel this water situation now? Now, if they say, okay, we need to build drainages, they have to look at it from the area point of view that, okay, how... There's a natural... I know there are scientific ways to do these things. When scientists they go use prototypes, 3D images, to direct the water that if you can...
never embrace
open
technology,
here,
we will not forget.
we
never
if we
embrace
open
technology.
here, naturally the water will flow this way, so we don't need to break this place. These are things that is no longer rocket science. If we don't have the capacity here, let us get experts to help us.
Now, the thing don't happen at the way forward right now.
Yes, those are some of the way forward.
But you know, say even we, to an extent, would also cause some. The reason why they talk and I say, I don't see when rain the fall. Not even for Lagos, for East, for Imo State. Rain is falling. People go bring out their dirty. They go wait, make the rain plenty.
So we are for the rain.
So we are for the
Yes,
water.
we
Make the
talked
water
about
carry
it.
the current. The
Yeah.
water carry the current to anywhere where one carry and go. As long as it's not in front of their domot. Not knowing say the thing they go block another one. We go
Another
see
one, we
go
go
back,
see come back to them.
to all of us at the end of the day.
Hello, is someone there?
Hello.
Hello,
Good morning.
morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome
Good
to
morning,
the show, Queen.
This is Queen calling from Lagos.
You're welcome, Queen.
Ikeja to be precise.
All
Welcome.
right, Queen.
Yeah, about this flooding of a thing. I was just wondering why it happens to most people, as in the area there in the highlands, because here in the mainland we don't usually have the problem. But it's not as if we don't have flood, but it's not always as much as that Lekki area. You can imagine that I have a client that was supposed to be in Lagos yesterday, but he couldn't come because he was supposed to reside somewhere there in Lekki. So now today the meeting has been cancelled because he couldn't come down. So the government really needs to do something about that area. That area needs to be checked seriously.
All right,
Thank you very much, Queen.
That's not why I talk.
You know,
in an area where we say we they pay toll gate. Lolo, we have
yeah.
2 toll gates. In short, 3, but one we don't actually pay. We have one where they pay more than like 300 naira for
Yes,
you to
every
pass.
day.
We have one where they pay like 120. Do you know how much they make every day from that road? So does it mean that they never actually
And do you
think
know
of
how many
drainage?
businesses,
Yeah,
do you
but
know how
not
many
the
people
government, that
suffer?
government, they in charge
It was
of the
concession.
concern.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a
You take-
PPP, a private
That is what I'm
public-private
saying.
partnership.
There are many
Yeah.
people, do you know how many people businesses lost money on Saturday? People wedding.
miss their flights.
Oh yeah, people's wedding. I saw a bride in the water. her car stopped. The
People
car don't
trekked
swallow water.
to Aja because no bus.
No. People were on the road in the rain, soaked, looking for transportation.
And you know the shocking thing, Lolo, within this sad, there was nobody on the road to help put people in order. You know how we Nigerians, we can be very unruly.
Yes.
Now, some people actually leave their lane. Imagine the lane going out,
yes.
you start to use until they come the one until they enter inside. And nobody to control it at all. So you go see, they stand, they see person house.
With the family, you see as they sit down for inside.
But what do you want them to do? There's no.
Well, tell me, the children in this home, why wouldn't they catch cold? Now, look at the furniture. How will you be able to dry it?
No,
the smell.
I'm even more particular about electrocution.
Yes, electrocution.
Because look at that. I mean, if water inside the house and if a wire breaks, and
very
for this period in time in our part of the world, our poles are still outside.
Look at this beautiful
Imagine
house.
say if electricity. Whoa, wire, live wire fall now. That means the whole street, not just the house, the whole street, the whole neighborhood.
I just can't understand. I think this is really sad.
If you saw the video, even me said when I was passing, Falomo was not like Falomo, it was like Falomo swimming pool.
No, but no, you know waiting now. This one don't happen.
Really sad.
What did the government go do? Do they have it in the budget? In the budget, is that money allocated for this?
When the Oga Fashola is still fighting for money, for that
if the money has been allocated, how long will it take them to get this corrected? Now, be my question now, because we know say another thing.
And do you know the unfortunate thing is that
are we going to give good
do you know that
contractors?
the unfortunate thing is that we can't do anything while the rains are here?
Yeah, we cannot.
There's no construction we can do.
Yes.
There's no thing.
It will be a waste of money.
It will be a waste of money. Would they start building drainages now where there will be mud or something? They can't do it now.
So we just hope that after this incident, we have to now sit down and do the right thing.
But emergency numbers, they're out there for them to call just in case of any casualties or any situation where they happen in Lagos State.
Yeah, and there are so many NGOs that are working tirelessly to help people through this time. So if you know, say you get any challenge, reach out to any of the emergency numbers where they are sure say help will come your way. The show very interesting. Yeah. But now so we see them today. Tomorrow, now Tuesday, will be the most productive day of the week. But we will be here to make your day even more progressive.
All right, but let's everybody where they are there. Sorry, my name is Siriman Uvi Ehikamusoi.
All right, we know say today now a little bit cloudy, but make you just try get better day.
And keep the children warm, please. Socks, and plenty of cold, hot drinks.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.